Hi, I'm John Parker, the house church guy, and I want to talk to you about house churches again today. And somebody wrote me the other day and said, what is the difference? You talk about simple church too, John, sometimes, and what's the difference between a house church and a simple church? Are they the same thing? Well, essentially, yes. Most simple churches, most house churches are simple churches. They run in the simplest ways possible without a lot of trappings and extra traditions thrown in. Letting the Holy Spirit lead, 1 Corinthians 14:26, and so on. And letting Christ be the head of that group. But a simple church may also be in a restaurant or out in a park or in a carpool. It can be where 2 or 3 are gathered. Jesus said, and Jesus likes simple. The best simple church verse is Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. He said, where 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am in the midst of them. Now, I like what Einstein said. He said, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. So, as simple as possible, Jesus did it, 2 or 3. Even we kids knew how important those numbers were. When we were kids, we said, 2's company, 3's a crowd. Sometimes we were at the end of that. Somebody was telling us we were part of the crowd, get away. Or they were saying, we're the 2, we said it to somebody else. You get away. You're the 3rd person, where 2 or 3 are gathered. So 2 is company. 3 gets more complicated. Thank goodness Jesus shows up for that time. But that's simple church. Church means gathering, ekklesia, to gather. Now, Einstein said you can get things as simple as possible, but not simpler. And that's kind of funny, because what could be simpler than simple? And it would be this, the church of one. You can't have a church of one. That's oxymoronic. Church means to gather. If there's just one person, you might be communing with the Lord and having, in a way, church gathering with Him. But real church is with 2 or more people. So when you're 2 gather, 3 gather, or more gather, then you've got real church going on. And it's encouraging. It can just be 2 people. Have a CO2, a church of 2, is what John White out of Denver calls it. And so have church today. Go find somebody and have real church. Find another person. You can't do this by yourself. Do it with somebody else. This is John Parker with HouseChurchResources.com, and I want you to have a great day and go out and have church somewhere.